Tonight on Sai's Eyes on the Skies.
Looking out right now, you can see that it's overcast skies. This is looking over the Memorial Union. The headlines for this week, we got some cool temperatures today, warmer temps coming later this week with some very spotty showers.
Stefan has your national forecast. All this and more this Monday, March 31st edition of Sai's Eyes on the Skies starts now.
Broadcasting live from the studios at Iowa State University, the Iowa State Meteorology Department brings you the latest weather from across the country and out your front door. This is Sai's Eyes on the Skies.
Good evening. I'm your host, Sara Adams. On March 31st, 1967, heavy snow of 6 to 15 inches combined with 30 to 50 mile-per-hour winds caused blizzard conditions across most of northeast South Dakota, leaving many people stranded, especially along Interstate 29 and Highway 12. In the early afternoon, 4 miles west of Lake Norden on Highway 28, a car crossed the line and hit a semi. The driver of the vehicle was injured, and the vehicle was destroyed with thousands of dollars of damage to the semi. Some snowfall amounts included 6 inches in Doland, 7 inches in Turton and Clear Lake, 8 inches at Clark, 9 inches in Bryant, 10 inches near Peover, and 11 inches at Summit. Snowfall amounts of a foot or more included 12 inches in Waterton, 13 inches in Siston, 14 inches in Wilmot, and 15 inches in Milbank. And now to discuss more on what's happening around the country, here's Stefan with your national forecast.
Good evening. My name is Stefan Sundin, Sai's Eyes meteorologist. You may not recognize me because I got a haircut a couple weeks ago where I had 8 inches more of hair. Speaking of 8 inches more, we got a lot of rain on the horizon. Severe storms are happening in the east right now. We have heavy rainfall totals and winter storms in the west where it is just a little bit cooler. More on that after the break.
Beat it. Just beat it.
Just get in, we'll talk about it.
I've got to go home.
Oh, come on, Carrie. We're going to a new place.
She wants to go home, right? Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Whoa!
You okay to drive?
Yeah,
I'm fine. You sure?
Relax.
What's a few beers?
If you don't stop your friend from drinking and driving, you're as good as dead. Drinking and driving can kill a friendship.
Welcome back. Now let's go to the national forecast with Stefan. Stefan, you talked about the rain that we had over the weekend. Are we expecting any more in the next couple of days?
Oh yeah, we're going to expect a lot of rain covering most of the country, as a matter of fact. And not just rain, but snow as well. So speaking of snow and rain, we got some airport delays, mainly across the eastern portions of the United States. We have New York sitting at 45-minute delay. Newark, Virginia is also in a delay, and Philadelphia also in a delay. So all of them are East Coast, and that is going to be the main sector of the U.S. that we are going to be focusing in on. So the Storm Prediction Center has issued an enhanced risk across the Carolinas as well as in eastern Georgia. And then we have a slight and marginal risk spanning most of the southeastern portion of the United States, where we're expected heavy winds and a few tornadoes. So looking more into that on satellite, we can see that the storms are propagating eastward. They started to flare up in northern Mississippi and Alabama, and they're starting to make their way towards the east coast and bringing lots of rainfall to North Carolina, South Carolina, and even Georgia. And it is going to be propagating into the Atlantic Ocean by Tuesday morning. So looking in at the future after the Monday storms on the East Coast, we're going to focus more on the Midwest, where we have lots of rain showers And if we go slightly more north, we see that snow band start to go through Minnesota and parts of even Minneapolis, getting a mix of precipitation, so possibly sleet and or freezing rain. And as we look even further west, we have even more rain up in the Rocky Mountains and even along the west coast near San Francisco in California. So going through Tuesday night and into Wednesday evening, those storms start to flare up even more, and we can see a convective line of storms start to form across the river valley, and we can see lots of rain starting to appear. Now, as you probably noticed, this line of storms completely stopped after Wednesday. It's still propagating east, and the clouds are still moving, of course, but most of the U.S. is completely dominated by overcast skies. So you're probably wondering how much rain exactly is going to accumulate. Well, we have a little bit of rain starting Tuesday that is going to fall in kind of the desert west region and Rocky Mountains. And then we have some more rainfall kind of concentrated in northeastern Kansas, southwestern Iowa. And we have lots of rain that ends up falling in parts of Tennessee, Arkansas, and even up into Ohio. And that is from that line of storms that propagates east throughout the week. And then as for looking more into the northwest, temperatures are cooler, so it's going to snow in that case. So Tuesday into Wednesday, lots of snow, especially over Denver, Billings, and San Francisco. We have accumulations of up to potentially 8 inches. And looking at the week ahead, the city of choice is Ashtabula, Ohio. So we start at the upper 30s, and we start to rise quite a bit in temperatures, 59 as the high on Wednesday. We start to break into those 60s and see more of those spring-like conditions, although it will be raining through most of the week. Getting into the weekend, overcast conditions with showers, and the temperatures drop. And as we head into Monday, we get a little bit cooler.
Thank you, Stefan, for that forecast. It's now time for a trivia question for the evening. What is the highest number of people who have died from a single strike of lightning? Is it A, 1, B, 157, C, 17, or D, 21? We'll have that answer for you at the end of the show. Plus, we'll have your Iowa weather after the break. Welcome back. Let's take a look at our Iowa weather with Anna. Can you tell me that it's warming up sometime soon, please?
Sorry, but the temperatures really don't show that currently. I mean, I wish it was too, but it is what it is, I guess.
I guess.
Looking outside at the temperatures right now, we're seeing a mix of 40s, and down in Council Bluffs, you guys are at 50 right now. That sounds beautiful. But here in Ames, 45 degrees. Des Moines, a little bit warmer at 48, but a lot of the areas in 40s and upper 40s. Looking at the temperatures for tonight, we're seeing mostly clear, 32 degrees with winds north-northwest at 7 miles per hour, so maybe have a light coat handy if you're into that cold weather or whatever. Looking at the wind speeds right now, though, we got calm a lot, otherwise very low wind speeds, so a little bit of a breeze, but otherwise looking beautiful outside. Dew points also are showing that beautiful breeze. Low to mid 20s and a little bit of a 30, but nothing crazy to worry about that humidity at all. Looking at tomorrow, we're expecting more cooler temperatures with a forecast high of 49 degrees, which is a little chilly for this time of year, but nothing too crazy to be worried about. As you can see here on Future Track, we're looking into tomorrow morning. Nothing really happening. Moving into later morning, you can see these showers are moving through the area. This band should move out by about 5, 6 o'clock, making way for this longer, heavier band to make through central Iowa about midnight. But then that should be moving out of the area by 4 a.m. and leaving out looking like a beautiful Wednesday. And you can tell that we need the rain because some of these drought conditions are upwards that look like they might need some rain there. Forecast for tomorrow, a little bit of showers throughout the day, otherwise wait until the nighttime before you get too crazy. High of 49, southeast winds at 27 miles per hour, so a little bit chilly with that wind. Looking at our 7-day forecast, tomorrow is windy and a chance of rain. Wednesday, 64, looks beautiful, but a little bit of rain. Moving throughout the rest of the week, we have mid to upper 50s, looking beautiful, and into 49 for Monday.
Thank you, Anna, for that forecast. And now for our trivia question answer. What is the highest number of people that have died from a single lightning strike? Is it A, 1, B, 157, C, 17, or D, 21? What do you guys think?
Well, me personally, if I know lightning, it strikes at a single point. So I'm really tempted to say 1A.
I'm leaning more towards D21. It just seems like that comfy number of like something big happening at that point. So I'm going to say D.
Me personally, I'm going to go with C, 17. Like, it's somewhere in the middle between all the numbers that we have. And the answer is D, 21, which occurred in Zimbabwe on December 23rd, 1975, when a group of people huddled in a hut during a storm that got struck by lightning, killing 21 people. Ooh, definitely not a good place to hide out.
No, I did not think of the fact that lightning could branch out if it does strike
Killing
something.
that many people?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is. But that concludes tonight's show. Please be sure to follow us on X/Twitter, and you can find all of our shows on YouTube under our Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful night.